Welcome to Long Beach, California, the birthplace of the MD-80 and the MD-11, amongst other McDonald Douglas planes. This is a package from flightsim.to by Freaky D. This is a retro version of what is currently Long Beach. This was what the old McDonald Douglas facility looked like prior to being bought by Boeing, closed down. You can see the old ramps where aircrafts of many different liveries that were being delivered around the world were set all around here, and they taxi out and take off. Today, what I thought I'd do is a replication of a flight from Long Beach to Alliance Field in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. It's west of the Dallas-Fort Worth Airport. Alliance Field is an American Airlines maintenance facility that we often have new airplanes delivered to. I have a couple of thousand hours in this airplane from many years ago. Our departure is supposed to take us runway heading at 1,500 feet, a left to a 180 heading before being cleared en route. That's what our planned departure is. Let's come back in here and make this flight. We're going to deliver this airplane to American Airlines from Long Beach. Let's go in the cockpit and get underway. Runway 30, and here we go. Parking brakes are off. It's a good sign, right? He's coming forward. Looking for 1.4 on the EPR. Auto throttle's on, please. Next thing we're going to look for is clamp at 60 knots.
Takeoff thrust set. Clamp.
And there's 60 at 80 cross cockpit acceleration check.
80 knots, cross check.
Check.
V1. Rotate.
Nice smooth rotation here. Those are the fans going off, not the engines like it sounds like. Positive rate, gear up.
Positive rate.
That. What do we have here? Engine
Gear
failure.
up, lights out.
On my left engine. Okay, my aircraft. Runway heading select, please. And our engine out altitude is down here. It's 940. Let's climb up to 940. And then I think there I'll just go altitude hold and accelerate. Climbing out at V2 down here. Staying in the bars, maintain runway heading. I got a little right rudder in. There's 940. Let's go altitude hold. There we go. Flaps up. Right rudder, and put in a little rudder trim to the right. Step on that good engine. There
Flap
it goes.
0.
No sinking. Slots retract. And mayday, mayday, mayday. This is American 123
Slats
departure
retract.
leg. Got an engine failure. Like to return for an ILS to 30. Can maintain. The most important thing, guys, here is we maintain our altitude, maintain our heading. Slats are coming up. Keep it accelerating. Keep that rudder in. I'm going to wait till I get up to at least clean in maneuver, which is 227, 227. And the other guy is trying to figure out what's going on with the engine. Looks like it won't restart. He's going through the engine restart checklist. I can bring that throttle to idle. Really don't want to be running any checklists until you get the aircraft cleaned up. See, we're right on the 301 heading. That's really important. I'm going to go continuous power down here, MCT. MCT on that engine. And now I'm going to climb up to 3,000. 3,000 set, indicated airspeed. Continuous power. I bring this up to continuous power or back a little bit. There we go. And run the checklist, please, for engine failure. Now, we're not thinking I'm going to have to restart it. There's 2 to 3. And meanwhile, I'm going to get my heading turned around to about a 120 heading for a turn to downwind. Plan on leveling off at 3. And heading select 120. Making sure we're no more than 15 degrees of bank when we're below 227. The other guy's running the checklist. He's trying to override on the ignition. He's going fuel switch off, fuel switch on. Also, let's come up here. Let's get the APU started. I shouldn't be doing any of this. Naturally, he'd be doing it all. I should be handling the aircraft. There's no PA to make to the people. Kind of a turn to crosswind here. Nice easy on the bank. Alright, we're above our speed. We can get our bank in more. Swing a little wider. And there's 3,000. Aircraft autopilot probably isn't going to work. We could try it. I've got to make sure that it can handle it with the rudder in. Autopilot's on, and I'm watching to make sure it can handle it. And I think I'll roll out heading about a 140, get a little wider on the turn. Give ourselves a little bit of a teardrop entry to final. Autopilot's handle. I've got right rudder in. Can it handle it? I'm watching it. Looks like it's doing okay. Okay, let's go to the box. Not crazy about doing this. Let's go into route 2. Route 2. KLGB. The KLGB. It's nice not having any passengers to have to tell. This. Go to departures, arrivals. At KLGB. ILS 3. 0. Execute it. Okay, it's holding. The airplane is holding okay. Let's take a look outside. Let's go back in. Go here. We go to map mode. Decrease this range all the way down. Holding at 3. That right rudder trim. I've got quite a bit of right rudder in. Let me see if I can go up a little. And this just came out of map. There it is. So we're on route 2. There's our final approach out there. We'll come back in the box. Route. Activate it. That all looks good. Okay, let's go to our approach plates. I'd have the other guy fly the airplane. We're going to go approach, charts, Long Beach. Approach, ILS 30. Okay, 110.3 and 301. 110.3 and 301. It's doing a good job. I think we can come over to a 120 heading now. The other guy will be flying while I did this nonsense. We could set the other guy up, but we're just going to go this. We've got our minimums. Our 258. That's 200 radio. I'll put 258 on the orange bug. He would review in the engine restart checklist was unsuccessful. I don't know what, maybe we took a bird. I don't know, we just took delivery of this thing. So brand new engines on it. Where's our thing here? It is there it is. You see fritter is right there. It's holding nice with 4 degrees of rudder trim. It's really just about 2 degrees of rudder trim down here. Dash to caution. We get the APU started. You see here we got this all set up. APU's up and running. It's all good. We approach flaps 15. Be gear down at 1 dot, flaps 28 is what we'll be looking for. We got to go around, be flaps 15, and we'll review that in a minute. 110.3.301, got to cross fritter. I'm not going to bother with that. Lusig at, really doesn't have an altitude on there, 3,000, so we're at a good altitude. Lusig at 3,000. And Gunny at 1600, going down to 258, 200 feet. Mr. Approach, inventive Mr. Approach, American 123, let's go runway heading 3000. That's approved. After landing, we'll stop straight ahead on the runway. So if we look down at our box here, there's Lusig. We'll be at Lusig at 3000 and intercept the glide slope. All right, we're being the field. We can start bringing the indicated airspeed back a little bit. Let's bring that back. Maybe 220, 210. Go flaps, slots extend. Slots are coming out. And one auto throttle is working for now. We just got to keep an eye on it. Sometimes the autopilot is not able to handle it. I guess I can come out a little on the range, so we can see Lusig a little better. Slowing it down to 210 with slats. Plan on crossing Lusig at 210 and 3000. We're about 8 miles wide, so we should be able to do a nice base leg here. And probably even go direct Lusig on the heading. Let me just start the turn. What a 030 is a base. Making sure the airplane can handle. I got my feet guarding the rudder. 3000. Bring it back to 200. We can probably go Lusig in here. There it is. So we've got about 7 miles to go. We'll start the turn in just a minute. Got some slots already extended. Checklist is complete. We review the go-around procedures. We'll stop straight ahead and have them look up the aircraft on the runway. I guess we're not delivering this to Alliance Field today, are we? Okay, let's just do this. Let's go to the box. We'll go direct Lusig. And with that, we can go nav. That's what we asked for. That's what we got. There's nav capture. It's not doing it. So let's just go over here. And go direct Lusig. Looks like we're going to have to come all the way around. I'm going to show you what I got here. I'm going to get this yoke out of the way so you can see what I'm doing here. There's loose sig. We're going direct. We're doing our turn anyway. So I can arm the ILS. ILS is armed. Should be coming off the wall here momentarily. Remember, at 1 dot, we can go flaps 15 now. And we'll slow it down to 180. And at 1 dot, we'll go gear down flaps 28. There's our course coming across. Overshot slightly. Bring the heading around to match. Remember, it's going to be runway heading 3000 in the event of a mist. Low capture, low track. Looking for 1 dot on the glide slope. For our final approach speed, remember it's going to be flaps 28.
Altitude. Altitude.
Yeah, it's not able to do it. Okay, here comes the,
Altitude.
I'm going to turn off the
Autopilot.
autopilot. We'll hand fly it from here. A little bit of right rudder when I do it. Alright guys, I'm going to go gear down. Flaps 28. And I'll bring the approach speed back. A little bit more right rudder when we stabilize at the speed. The engines come up. 150 is a good final.
Altitude.
That doesn't want to give me a glide slope capture there. There's glide slope capture. Okay, we got it now.
Altitude.
Shouldn't be doing altitude with let me just spin up this thing. It's glide slope capture, so it shouldn't be doing that. I'll just bring it down. Okay, gear down, flaps down, things set. Stop straight ahead. 150 is our final approach speed. All the way to flaps 28 now. That was flaps 15. If you're going to go around, it's going to be toga. Going around toga, flaps 15, positive rate gear up, set missed approach altitude. Alright, so I'm going to shut the auto throttles off because it's not doing a very good job of holding it. You can see the airspeed's back there. There we go. So we'll have them look us over on the runway. I'll make a PA to the people when we stop. But there are no people. And if everything looks good, we'll taxi it back over and give this back to McDonald Douglas, say the delivery was a fail. Alright, getting a little hot. There we go. Looks like about 1.4 we'll set on the EPR.
1,000.
I'm not worried that I'm a little bit hot. I'm actually enjoying having a little extra airspeed here. Here comes the glide slope. Should be about 2 degrees nose high, 2 to 2.5. 1.23 on the EPR.
500.
Stable target, sinking 7. Actually more like 1,000.
400.
Easing the
Light
throttle
slow.
up, getting a little low.
Light slow.
Power's coming up a little bit. As I bring the power up a little more, right rudder.
200.
There we go, right on speed.
Light slow. Light slow. Light slow. 100. 40. 30. 20.
So take the power out, a little rudder comes
10.
out. Exposed deployed, bouncing that nose here, not sure what's going on with that. One in reverse. Coming on the brakes. 60 knots coming out of reverse. It's the captain. Remain seated, remain seated, remain seated, but there's nobody on. Not going to park the brakes. Going to have them look us over and let us know what they see. Everything looks good. We'll taxi it to the gate. And that was it. So we tried to deliver this thing to Alliance Field. Didn't work out too well. Long Beach, we're going to give it back to McDonald Douglas. Have them check out those engines. This is Boeing factory. I wanted to show you that. It's a C-17. Anyway, that was fun. Engine out approach. Takeoff and approach. Anyway, file time's out. Please think about subscribing. See you later.